Is Athi is having a fear of the BrAZZERS army or not? So coming on to the ban phase, we can see the first ban coming in. It's a Void Spirit, and the counter ban coming to that Void Spirit is Obsidian Destroyer. The OD has been removed. And coming on to the No Fear side, they have removed Jug. That's two core bans. Let's see what BrAZZERS army has for the last ban of the first phase. And it's a lion. The BrAZZERS army don't want to see a lion. They have removed the first support hero. With the lion nowhere to be seen on the screen, we can now move on to the first pick, the first phase of picks. And the No Fear team is going for the infamous Shadow Shaman. Yet to
Five
see any
seconds
picks
remain.
coming from the BrAZZERS army. BrAZZERS army are trying to take as much time as possible.
Dire must
Their first pick,
choose.
here it
Disruptor.
comes. It's the Disruptor. Really good position 5 picks, Disruptor and Shadow Shaman.
Broombuster.
And we can see that another pick for the BrAZZERS army is the Mandarin Brewmaster.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
He is yet to pick another one of his picks, and that he is discussing with his team that how they want to do it. Okay, we can see the snap fire coming out for the No Fear team. Now moving on to the second phase bans of both the sides. The No Fear team is to be doing their first second phase ban. And as we talk, we can see that the second phase ban is going to come out now. And it's another carry. It's the Phantom Assassin. So far, the No Fear team has removed 3 course carries. And another core has been removed by the BrAZZERS army, that's Ursa. The ban coming from Fear team. They have range ban. And yeah, the BrAZZERS army are now sticking to another core bans. It seems like all the cores are getting banned right now. The supports have already been picked, so supports are not being attacked, and all the cores were even targeted in the first phase bans. With the Weaver out of the picture, let's see what else is there.
It is Dyer's ban.
Full Warlord has also been banned. That's five cores been removed by No Fear
Dyer's
team.
turn to pick.
The Sark has
Radiant
also
must
been banned.
choose.
So the carry pool is now very less, and we can see that the Earthshaker has come into picture from the BrAZZERS army. So it will be a very good game.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
And it's another carry. It's a Phantom. Okay, the Pangolier is the third card on the table by the No Fear team. Master and an Earthshaker. The distribution of these
Dyer's
three
turn to
heroes
pick.
into both of these safe and off lanes shall be really interesting for
Radiant's
us
turn
to see.
to pick. Wraith King.
And you can see that the Wraith King has come in the picture right now for the BrAZZERS army.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. Life Stealer.
And the No Fear team has
Dyer's turn to ban.
the Life Stealer.
It is Radiant's ban.
Coming on to the ban phase now, the last ban phase. Each of the teams are trying to think what mid lane they don't want to play against. So the first
Dyer's
ban that is
turn to
coming is the
ban.
Storm Spirit, followed by the Puck from the BrAZZERS army,
Radiant's turn to pick.
and then the Pugna has been removed, as well as the Tinker while we talk.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dyer must choose. Invoker.
Coming into picture from the No Fear team. BrAZZERS
So
army,
BrAZZERS Army's mid pick is
10
still left.
seconds remain.
they are going for
Select your
Mirana.
hero. Make the ultimate choice.
Jarhead is playing Earthshaker, Jaegerist on Brewmaster, Riptide on Mirana. We got nothing on Pangolier, Gamsha Warrior on Snapfire, Athi on Shadow Shaman, Silence on Lifestealer, Dr. Log on Invoker, and Flames on Disrupt. And finally, we have Cutie Cupcake on Wrath King. किसके पास है?
तेरे पास है निहार।
That is coming is the Storm Spirit, followed by the Puck from the BrAZZERS army, and then the Pugna has been removed. Next level play by the Invoker. An early Sunstrike into the base, the dire side, to see what is going on there.
अच्छा वही बॉडी बैलेंस चैलेंज नॉर्मल है देखिए तो ठीक है अच्छा है कि ऑक्सीजन सॉकेट
An ephemeral masterpiece.
ये तुम्हारा आवाज आ रहा है केटे केटे
The battle seeks resolution.
कॉमिक कोड से
Game, we can see some early smoke action coming in. Dire side has already smoked, and the Radiant side still have their smoke, but they have not committed to it.
so smoke action by BrAZZERS
As the smoke fades
30
away,
seconds
the
to battle.
Dire side are waiting, and
Consider
there is
yourself
that smoke
warned.
coming in from the Radiant
smoke
side.
train
Shadow Shaman is trying to see if there is any chance to see who is there. As it goes, it looks like it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade.
Remember, the international spirit lives in us all.
So mid Mirana, it's safe lane. Wrath King with Disruptor against a Pangolier and a Snapfire, followed by a mid Invoker, and then we have Shadow Shaman and Lifestealer against a Pandarin Viewmaster and a Earthshaker. Is already trying to get into some action against the Pandarin Viewmaster, and the Shadow Shaman is trying to harass as well. Meanwhile, on top, the Pangolier has taken some decent damage. As the Pandarin Viewmaster was trying to heal up, the Shadow Shaman does not agree with his idea and removes it with the Ether Shock. The mid matchup is quite nice. It's Invoker against Mirana, and the Mirana is running a little bit behind the levels. And there is that isolation coming in, but the life stealer uses his mind and he just chops off the tree. And we can see
Radiant's
that
courier has been killed.
the Shadow Shaman is dead to the Earth Shaker. So it's the courier, the Shadow Shaman that has died. It had some sustainable region items that were coming in. Going to be a very tough match.
No, no, no.
As we can see, the Mirana is going for the water runes. It's a nice stun from the Mirana, and Mirana is able to get the second water rune as well. As the Wraith King is farming in the
Missing
lanes,
top.
the Pangolier and the Snapfire are trying to put a lot of pressure on the
An
Disruptor.
easy shot.
But as both of the offlaners are at the moment fighting with the Disruptor, it brings a lot of space for the Wraith King to get as many last hits and denies as possible.
The prize is mine.
Missing top. Missing top. Too slow.
Methinks you wanted that.
The Invoker right now is leading the last hits and denies chat, and there has been like 12 denies to the Mirana, followed by the Mirana with 18 last hits and no denies at all. The Mirana is again going for the top water rune and has secured the top water rune. And Mirana is moving for the bottom water rune as
For the
much as possible.
hunt.
These small plays that comes in from the mid laners, the lane mechanics of different heroes, that's very nice. And as the Lifestealer and Shadow Shaman, they try to
First
engage the
blood.
Pandaren Brewmaster, and the Pandaren Brewmaster tries to
I am
escape.
first.
The Invoker uses his Sunstrike and
Dire have
gets the
fortified
first
their
blood on the
structures
Pandaren
against attack.
Brewmaster. There is no escape from.
Try again. Denied.
5 minutes into the game, and this is a neck to neck game for both of the teams, where a little mistake in the calculation can end up costing lives.
Think so.
The Lifestealer has been having a good lane, and now Earthshaker is coming in. They are trying to control the Lifestealer as much as possible. But the rage from the Lifestealer is keeping him away from harm, and even his support is trying to help him as much as possible. The Invoker already has his gloves of haste. So as I was saying, there the small little things that are to be done in the mid, right? When the Mirana was trying to take a room at the bottom, but he
Missing
used
top.
his used his sacred arrow to see if there is an opportunity to scout, or if there is someone that was
Illusion.
to be.
I guess they took it
Okay,
personal.
that's a nice
Seeing
Radiant's
star.
kill
courier has
from
been slain in
the
cold
mid
blood.
Mirana, and he is able to secure that kill solo, getting the Snapfire with Sacred Arrow, and then combining the Starstorm and the bottled illusion runes, blocking the way of the Snapfire, and then finally getting on the kills. Okay, we can see that there is a possible chance
No! Down you go!
Disruptor is dead, and it was so as we said. The Disruptor is said. That was a very nice combination of swashbuckle and shield crash, along with few of the right click hits from the Pangolier. Coming on to the charts of hits and denies, we can see the Mirana is trying to address as much as possible, and there is that snap fires Cookie coming into picture and throwing a minion and getting the stun. And again, the Life Stealer and the Shadow Shaman combine together and get a kill of the Mandarin Brewmaster. The mid Mirana is on top of his game for securing as many runes as possible, and the Wraith King is also getting a lot of hits in his lane.
Missing top.
But there is no such sizable lead as we come into this game. We can see the Mirana has now increased in the
Hello.
last hits count. It's now 46 to 1 denies, followed by the Pangolier at 45. And we can see the Disruptor is making some rotations into the mid, trying to keyword if anything is there. That's a
तुम लोग गेम में हो
creating
क्या?
problem for his mid laner.
हेलो, तुम लोग गेम में हो?
As this game moves,
Bro, leave, bro. We are casting over here.
as that's a news, that's a nice star storm, and the Sacred Arrow is missed, and the Invoker is trying to hold on to this mid solo, and there are no EPs coming into the mid. The Invoker is fighting against the Fierce Mirana and the Disruptor. Meanwhile, the Invoker has been getting the levels
Missing
that are
top.
required. The Mirana has the top net
There
worth,
is
and
little
the
hope for
Snapfire has
Radiant's
come in,
middle
and
tower.
Missing top.
there is that Shackle coming up, followed by the Sunstrike, and the Earthshaker uses his fissure to separate his core from the rest of the heroes of the Radiant side, giving up his life and saving up his core, and the rotation of the Snapfire coming in. The Snapfire
Sentimental
already has a
smiles
Spirit
upon
Vessel
me.
online, and it has two charges. And we can see that there is a tornado from the Invoker, but no follow up. The Mirana just leaps out danger. The Invoker has his Midas
Precious bounty.
ready,
The prize is mine.
and the Shadow Shaman is playing with his Tranquil.
Rid of me.
And there is that Ether Shock. Okay, there is that rotation coming in from the Pangolier.
Don't let it get to
They are
you.
able to
You'll
secure
never
the
have
kill.
a chance.
With this rotation coming in from the Pangolier, they are able to
Radiant's top
secure the
tower
kill
is
of the
under attack.
Earthshaker. Mandarin Brewmaster has his phase boots online, but is again pushed back into playing under his own tower, where he is trying to secure as many hits as possible. The Mirana has bottled double damage soon. As soon as the fight breaks, he is going to pop this up and try to
Double
see it.
damage.
Okay, that's a swashbuckle miss from nothing. And while the disruptor is coming
Carnage.
behind,
I outlive
and
another.
the TP is coming up, the Mirana is being harassed by the Snapfire as much as possible. With the TP coming in, the Invoker secures the first kill of the day for him, and it was the Disruptor who came on to gank from behind. The Pangolier is going for his Maelstrom. His Javelin is already there. The Lifestealer has Orb of Corrosion and Phase Boot, and the
Missing
Wraith
top.
King has his Phase Boots and a Bracer. He's trying to go for Radiance build. It's already 11 minutes. Are we going to see a Radiance
Allies
in next
disappear.
minutes? Is it what the legacy will be written by the Wraith King? We can see that the Earthshaker and the Pandaren Brewmaster are trying to gank up on the Shaman, but he is quick enough and the Mirana pops his ult. Light Shadow has been casted and the Mirana is moving back.
Dire should look to their middle tower.
Okay, that's a nice leap,
Darkness and
and
ignorance.
that's a. Oh my god. There is that Mortimer Kisses coming in, and with this Kisses, there is an end to the Mirana after getting a kill. Shadow Shaman rushes in, and with that Hex and Swashbuckle
There
combination,
is
they are
little
able
hope for
to
Dire's
secure
middle tower. Dire
Disruptor.
structures are fortified.
And with the Mass Serpent Wars, they are trying to push. They're trying to
Dire's
push the
middle tower is
mid
under
T1
attack.
tower and secure it as soon as possible. And we can see there is an exchange of hits between the
Radiant's bottom
Wraith King and
tower is
Lifestealer
under
on
attack.
top.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And as soon as the tower falls in the mid, the opponents, the Radiants, have access into a very nicely stacked jungle of the Dire side. And with TPs coming in, they are able to get the Pangolier. The Pangolier could not cast his Rolling Thunder as soon as he is hit by a Sacred Arrow. And as soon as the Wraith King comes
Dire's
into
middle tower is
action,
under
he
attack.
takes the head of the Pangolier.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
With the minute 13 coming to an end, the Wraith King is getting as close as
Dire
possible
should
to
look to
his
their bottom
sacred
tower.
his sacred relic, and we shall see his radiance soon.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is
the
under
Disruptor
attack.
has used his Thunderstrike,
Dire's
and
bottom
as the
tower is
Thunderstrike is
in
dispatched, we
danger.
can see the Snapfire and the Lifestealer falling back. We can see that there is a region rune, and the Shadow Shaman secures the region
Dire's
rune, and
bottom tower
it does not
is
fall
under
on the
attack.
Mirana.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
The Mirana has his Falcon Blade build. With this Falcon Blade coming into picture, the Mirana should not have as much mana problem as it's used to face. And there is that Earthshaker blink coming in at 15 minutes, and they have all smoked up and ready. They are trying to find something, and if the Pangolier is not smart enough, they are going to catch him. There is that Life Stealer. There is
You've been
okay.
disrupted.
That was a nice glimpse pulled by the Disruptor, and the Mortimer's Kisses has been dispatched, and the Pandaren Viewmaster is being aggressed on, and the Pandaren Viewmaster is dead, and there are no supports coming in to help him. The Wraith King is trying to back
Structures are
out
fortified.
as much as possible and try to avoid fight and find farm for his Sacred Relic, because he is like 400 goals away from his Sacred Relic. He's trying to
Radiant's middle
take the
tower
bounty
has
room.
fallen.
Meanwhile, all this is going on, the Mirana actually secures the mid, and the Pangolier is trying to use his
Radiant
Rolling
should
Thunder
look to
and
their
get the
top
Mirana
tower.
as much as possible.
Dire's top
Okay,
tower is in danger.
that was supposed to be a nice combo, but with the Rolling Thunder stun,
Dire's top tower
the
has fallen.
Sunstrike misses as it's a little bit hard, and the Glimpse has been used. And there is that Mass Serpent coming up, there is that Shackle coming up, there is that
Radiant's
Ether
bottom
Shock,
tower
and
is in danger.
the Shaman is able to secure the kill of the Earthshaker
Dire should look to their top tower.
as the
Dire have fortified their structures against attack. Radiant should look to their bottom tower.
you can
Dire's
see.
top
Meanwhile,
tower
all this is
under
going
attack.
on. The force of the Radiant side. They are
Radiant's
pushing
bottom
for the
tower
T2
is
tower.
under attack.
They are trying to get the
Dire
T2
should
tower.
look to their top tower.
And the Wraith King already has the money that's needed for his Sacred Relic.
Vanish.
Shadow has been casted by the Mirana as they all move and they are trying to possibly get something. This Invoker has no backup coming up right now, and the Pangolier is there. There's that silence coming up. There's that stun. There's the Rolling Thunder. And that was a nice smooth detection by the Disruptor. It secures the kill of the Invoker, but then the backups coming in, the TPs have come in, and with the Mortimer kisses coming in, the Swashbuckle, they are able to
Dire's
take
bottom tower
the Earthshaker and
is
Pandering Brewmaster down, who could not disengage in the time of need.
Dire's bottom tower is no more.
So for the Radiant side, they have taken down all
Dire's
the
bottom
T1
tower
towers of
is
the Dire
under
side,
attack.
and the Dyers have
Glyph
only been
is now
able to
active.
take the mid tower. I cannot say that's equal trade of towers right now, but if you see the net worth chart, the Invoker is leading the net worth chart right now. The Disruptor has spotted the Shadow Shaman, and
The prize is mine.
the Pandering Brewmaster has dispatched his ult,
Haste.
and the Snapfire has been able to as many as possible.
Don't kill the messenger.
The Mars Serpent wards were there, but there is no chance they can kill him. The Mirana is trying to kill the Pangolier, and the Rolling Thunder comes online. That's a nice leap and a nice jump as well.
I'm sorry.
The Mirana is trying to take as much time as possible and jump and go away as far as possible. The Earthshaker has tried to blink in and control the Pangolier. That's a nice control. That's a nice enchanted totem and a fissure stun. All this is going on. The Invoker has enough time to farm as much as possible, and the Orchid is ready on the Invoker. Then Wraith King is going for his Radiance. It's been the Sacred Relic was there with the Wraith King at minute 14. Then with that number of fights he has taken up, he has not been able to farm. Okay, the Radiance is online at minute 19. We can see that the Medallion of Courage on and the Blink on the Pandering Brewmaster is ready. The Earthshaker is also having his jump. As there is a smoke, they are trying to gank up on the Wraith King, and the Cold Snap is there, the EMP is there. They are trying to burn the. Okay, they are able to burn out the mana. There is that silence, there is that sun, there is that control from the Earthshaker, the Fissure, the Sacred Arrow, the Rolling Thunder is in, and with the Mortimer's Kisses coming inside, both
But a drink in battle will always
the,
be your
the
last.
Pandering Brewmaster as well as the Earthshaker both are dead. That was a very nice play from the Dire side, but the counter play was equally good. And the Pangoli is trying to use his mobility as much as possible and get them.
Dire's middle tower is
First the
under attack.
Swashbuckle, and then he
Radiant
has the ability
structures are
to do the
fortified.
shield crash.
Dire's middle
Mirana
tower
already
is
has
no
his
more.
Desolator online. Let's see it's gonna affect.
Sanava.
It's a really thoughtful Dota being coming into picture from the Radiant side. They are pushing for the T2 tower on mid, and then they are making rotation and they're taking the outpost and then going for the T2 top tower. Meanwhile, their Invoker is farming, his boots of travel are ready, and he's trying to defend the bottom tower as all the All the dire side move on to kill the invoker,
Dire's top
and the top
tower is
tower is
under
falling
attack.
right now. There are no TPs coming in. Will they be able to save the top tower? Will they let it go?
Dire's top
Okay,
tower
the top
has
tower has
fallen.
fallen down. With this, the Radiant side is in 3k lead.
Dire are scanning for enemies. Dire's top tower is under
These are
attack.
coming in to defend the
Radiant's
TP. The
bottom
Life
tower is
Stealer is
under
there. The Life
attack.
Stealer is ready. The Life Stealer has his Saints. The Life Stealer has his Desolator, Orb of Corrosion. And there is that Mortimer's Kisses
Dire's
coming
top
in.
tower is no
And there
more.
is that Rolling Thunder. The Disruptor is dead.
Dire's top
They are
barracks
able
are
to
under
kill the
attack.
Disruptor. The Wraith King is coming in.
Radiant's bottom
TPs are
tower
coming in.
is under attack.
The D3 tower is down, but the tracks are in good condition.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
The Wraith King secures the bottom tower, T1, and then teleports in to save the top for his team. They have their range tracks that is safe and their melee racks as well. Snapfire is going for his Spirit Vessel because his arcane boots are online. The Shadow Shaman is going for Ether Lens. And the Heaven's Halberd is ready for the Life Stealer, and we can see the Pangolier's EKB is coming online. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, the Mirana EKB is farming for it, and the Radiance is there. The Wraith King also is farming for his BKB.
The true
And
heroes are the ones who wait all the way. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
you can see the Disruptor is going for his fourth staff. The Life Stealer is
Shadows
able
take
to
us.
catch the Wraith King out of position, but
Invisibility.
as the backup comes, the Life Stealer disengages as soon as possible under the cast of Moonlight Shadow.
Yes.
It seems like a lot of Radiant side are expecting a lot of physical damage coming in from the Dire side, so the Pangolier is thinking or aiming to go for Crimson Guard. Okay, there is a smoke play from the Dire side, and they are moving into the jungle of the Radiants. They are trying to see if they are able to figure out something.
So
Yes,
Nihar, apparently I have muted myself all this time and I have been talking.
Is he casting the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
that's a nice jump. That's a nice Echo Slam. It catches out. The Snapfire is dead. The Shadow Shaman is dead. The Spangolier is dead. The Invoker is dead. A really jump from the Earthshaker. That jump instantly deletes the Snapfire because as soon as he jumps and does the Echo Slam, followed the Mirana jumps in and the Mirana has his Desolator. So with having a Desolator, the Mirana instantly deletes the Snapfire followed by the Pangolier and then the Shadow Shaman. So all the heroes that could control them are now dead. So we can see the Life Stealer is in a bad position right now with this pause coming in. Like I can see the Life Stealer there, and his Heaven's Halberd is on cooldown. So does all the enemy. All the dire side can also see. But let's see if they will be able to catch and kill the Life Stealer or not, or if the Life Stealer will escape this. Because there is nothing that is there with the Disruptor. Everything is on cooldown. The Wraith King also has nothing to catch him. The Mirana is also having a cooldown, and The only thing that is going to come up is the enchanted totem in 5 seconds. They basically have no catch right now. Physical damage coming in from the dire side, so the Bangalore is taking guard. Okay, there is the coming into the kill charts. We can see the life stealer is leading the charts. Life stealer is 502. He has 0 deaths. Will it be his first death?
Hello.
Bol bol.
So apparently I have muted myself for this time and I have been talking into the mic.
I thought everyone left the casting room, so I was casting alone.
Oh, I'm thinking, yeah, nothing is there, right?
The only thing that is possible in this scenario is even if he rages and backs out into those trees and tries to create a gap between them, there is a chance that the Mirana is going to use his lip, and he has two lips, right? So he can just jump and catch
Mirana
him.
can go in, but I think his rage will outlast the fight because he has what a 5 second rage and he'll get a movement speed bonus from it. I think he can run from there to his high ground easily.
Now the fight resumes. But will it follow the same thread? seeks resolution.
Oh my god.
Predicted the leaps, the attack speed is
Yeah,
able
well, yeah.
to. Yeah.
So, so currently it is a full team wipe.
It's a very nice team wipe, and with the opportunity on the horizon, they are going
Yeah.
to go and do the
Get the Roshan,
Roshan.
get the objectives after this. I guess they will start pushing top after this.
The Roshan is down, the Mirana has the Aegis, and with this fight, let's see. The fourth staff is already ready on the Disruptor. The Earthshaker is also going for a fourth staff. The Wraith King's BKB is coming. The Mirana's BKB is also coming. We can see the Spirit Vessel is ready with one charge on the Snapfire. And, we can see the Invoker has his Boots of Travel and his BKB is also coming. So it's going to be a BKB fight really very soon. Seems like the Pangolier has changed his mind. He's not going for Crimson, rather he's going for Pipe of Insight. It seems like they are having a problem dealing with the magical damage that's coming. Mirana has his BKB and the Mirana has bottled a double damage room. And they know that the Pangolier is there. But are they going to check for it? Are they going to scan it? No, they are not going.
Pangolier expected this move and he just went into the jungle.
Okay,
Into
now they
the
are
trees.
aware. Now they are aware that there is a Pangolier.
I think he will TP out now.
The Invoker is using this opportunity to push the top lane because only the racks are remaining and there is no
Radiant
tower.
structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, the Dire are trying to get the T2 on the bottom and then they want to push. But the fortification comes in and as a result, their plans are a
Radiant's
bit
bottom
delayed.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
They are
has
able to get that
fallen.
exchange and the Pangolier has been farming
Dire's
the
top
enemy
barracks is
jungle all
fallen.
this time. And finally, the Pangolier TPs out. The range rack is gone, but the melee racks is still there.
Regeneration.
Walker has gathered the region room.
Now would actually be a very good time for a smoke move.
The Mirana used his double damage rune, and the Mirana is taking.
No, it expired. It expired.
No, no,
Yes.
it's on. The Mirana has the double damage rune. See, it's popped. Actually,
Yeah,
he's
I was
having.
saying it expired its time inside the bottle. I think it was 2 minutes.
So
So, but
now with
I
the
don't see like very good usage from out of from this Aegis. But I guess she has that confidence to go in
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
because they got the bot tower, and because of that Aegis, they are not
Dire's
willing
bottom
to fight
tower is
Mirana,
under attack.
who is that fat.
is trying to trade a tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified.
The DPs are coming,
Radiant's top
started to
tower
come
is
in.
under attack.
Will the trade be
Dire's
successful?
bottom
Will they be
tower
able
is
to get it?
under attack.
And the life stealer got
Dire's
it.
bottom tower has fallen.
The Pangolier is there.
The Pango TP's out with his ult.
A 1-for-1 tower trade and no kills. We cannot see any bloodbath and beyond. 30 minutes into this game, and there is no team that is having any sort of sizable lead right now. Both
But
the
I
teams
guess
are struggling.
one big team fight after this time will swing the gold pretty hard.
The prize
And
is mine.
okay, so the Aegis has expired now. Just now the Aegis expired on Mirana.
Solar and Vladimir's offering is ready on that. Mandarin Brewmaster, the Wraith King has his BKB. We can see the Force Staff and Aether Lens. Even the Earthshaker has his Force Staff. And the Mirana is going for his Dateless build. We
Vanish.
can see the Lifestalker is going for his Assaulted Cuirass. We can see the Spitfire is going for his Mechanism. Okay, there is a nice smoke action on top of Moonlight Shadow. There is that Force Propel. There is that Silence coming in. The Snapfire is instantly deleted. And the Disruptor is
The
there.
Pango gets the disruptor. The lifestealer is going after Mirana, but I think he's stopped by
There's
a
some nice
fissure.
control coming in. They're trying to get
Mirana is
the
going ham now. The
yeah,
Pangolier is dead to Wraith King's crit.
the Wraith Fire Blast
Okay, so
controls
this
him.
is a Cliff Wraith King. He has to wait for his blink. The Blue Master is still going strong onto the Lifestealer.
That Sacred Arrow. The
Yeah,
Sacred Arrow is
that
just
was a nice
touching the
dodge
enemy.
from Lifestealer. The
That
Invoker
cold
is
snap.
sending his minions to get some more damage on Brewmaster.
There is that fissure
But
coming up. The
currently,
Snapfire has been
Mirana is sufficient to get towers right now.
Radiant's
With this
middle
initiation,
tower
do they
is
get
fallen.
anything out of it? No, not much.
okay, there are the Mortimer's kisses
Okay,
falling into the
there's
Miranas.
Bottom
there's the
tower
ult.
is under attack.
Okay, fine.
And
That
the
was a
Mirana
very
goes out.
nice Sunstrike, but not enough damage to kill a Mirana.
The Invoker is trying to chase the Mirana as fast as possible.
There's Mirana ult.
But there is no way he can get him. Meanwhile, the Pipe of Insight on the Pangolier is ready, and the Pangolier is trying to shove out the shove out the bottom lane as much as possible. The Skull Basher on the Wraith King is ready, and the Vanguard is also there. I think is the Wraith King is going for his Abyssal Blade right now.
Oh my.
So Radiants are grouped up near the secret shop. Are they planning to do something? So finally, Rector, there's our gold lead for the Dire. 4K right now. In a long time.
We can see that
And
each
to
of
be
the
honest,
teams have
the way these guys are playing, I get the feeling that this is going to be a long match. The
they're
Radiant
trying
are
to
moving
play
in to get
really
the top melee barracks,
yeah.
and There's a TP coming in from the Dire to defend their barracks over here.
Okay,
That
that was
was
okay. That's a nice counter initiation play. They can see the Wraith King. The Wraith King's is a Abyssal is online.
Killing
There
spree.
is that silence. There is that control from the Earthshaker. There is that Echo Slam. There is that Fissure. There is that Rolling Thunder.
Dominating.
And the
Your
reincarnation comes in, and the Snapfire
Double kill.
is again deleted by the Mirana. But we could see that there was a chance of Glimpse pullback in case this Snapfire was not dead, and the Invoker survives. The Invoker TPs out, and we can see the Aghanim Shard from coming in. Sorry, the Wraith King's Aghanim Shard is coming in. And with this opportunity right now, they are again going for the Roshan. The Invoker is trying to scout out
the
as
Radiant
much
can't do anything for
information.
this Roshan now. I think this Roshan is going to drop an Aghanim Shard.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Death cannot stop us.
Illusion.
With that last fight and a four-man team wipe coming up from the Radiant side, the Dire side is leading by 10k net worth right now. And they are able to see that the Invoker is somewhere there, and the Invoker is trying to seek.
To push out, they are always taking care that they are able to defend their base. But right now, it
That
seems
Earthshaker is going for a Heaven's Halberd, and the Assaulter Cuirass is almost. They are trying to push for the high ground. There is the Tornado and EMP combination, but no use. Everyone backs out, so everyone's mana remains intact. There is that Frost Buckle, and
Drinks are on you.
Shadows take us.
And my
there is that jump from the Wraith King. There is that silence. There is that pipe prop. Snapfire is instantly deleted. The Aegis has comes out.
Radiant's bottom
There
tower
are the
has
Mortimer's
fallen.
Kisses, and the Pandas are running wild right now. The
he's
Wraith
gonna
King has
survive. Wraith
been
King is caught by the Shadow Shaman's
tackled,
shackles.
Wicked sick. Double kill.
and that's a nice hex. Oh,
The irony is rich.
Killing
the Wraith
spree.
King is again brought back into life by his reincarnation. The Abyssal Jump. The Wraith King tries
These
to
guys are
catch
dealing
the
just too much
Invoker.
damage,
Double kill.
and the Radiant lack the control.
Barracks has fallen. Radiant's
There's
bottom
that
barracks
shackle
are
coming
under
up
attack.
again, and there is
Double
that.
kill.
Okay,
The Wraith
that's a
King is
nice
dead
play
to the Lifestealer.
from the Pangolier. The Wraith King is dead. We can see the Radiant side have used all their buybacks, and there was a dieback on the Invoker and a dieback on the Snapfire as well.
Amazing what you found lying around.
And with this, the bottom mega is up for the Dire side right now. There's a move from the Earthshaker and the Mirana. They have noticed that the Angolier was trying to farm there. The outpost has been recaptured, and there is a nice lead by the Dire side now. It's double what the lead there was 2 minutes ago. And the Mirana has his Gateless on 9. The Earthshaker also has his Heaven's Halberd. The Pandaren Brewmaster is going for his axe, although he has the Agning Shard. The Disruptor has his Glimmer Cape. We can see the mech is ready on the Snapfire. The Invoker is running around trying to see if he can find someone. And the Invoker finds, okay, that's a nice play by the Lifestealer, and they are able to catch the Disruptor off guard. That was a nice infest play coming.
The storm charges my coil again.
Okay, the Disruptor
Okay,
buybacks.
so that is a lot of damage coming out from Lifestealer on a tower. Like within 4 hits, he got the tower down by 25% of its health.
Three of me.
Bullseye.
The Snapfire is again caught in out of position, and there is that rolling thunder from the Pangolier and the Abyssal Jump. They are able to catch the Pangolier,
Is
and
under attack.
there is no escape from the Pangolier. He is controlled and he is killed.
You make a fine crater.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
we can see they are able to
यार हमारी गेम स्ट्रीम नहीं हुई
Another
SG
put down.
they are able to find the Shadow Shaman and jump and control the Shadow Shaman and kill him instantly. And with the Pandaren Viewmaster leading the charge, and the Tornado and the EMP and the okay, that's a nice meteor, that's a nice EMP, but is it enough to control them? No. The Mortimer's Kisses comes online. The Invoker is trying to do so much, trying to push as much as possible. So now we can see the whole playground. The Invoker is trying to defend as much as possible.
Vanish.
He's trying to find out who is there, and Moonlight Shadow is casted now. And they are able to see the Invoker, the Abyssal Jump. There is that in-place play. There is that Lifestealer. The Invoker is dead. The Lifestealer is trying to kill the Disruptor, but the Disruptor uses his Glimmer Cape, goes away, and since there is no detection, the Lifestealer is caught.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Double kill!
And the Pangolier is trying his best to control as much as possible, but there is no way with the Lifestealer out for over a minute, and the Invoker and the Shadow Shaman dead,
Has fallen.
and with no buybacks. They cannot stop this, and the Shadow Shaman, the Radiant side has called in the
Tower is
GG.
under attack.
The BrAZZERS army win this game.
Dire